Thought I would show you how the animals are doing, how the garden's doing. These are all winter greens. I don't remember if I told you, but we had more rain once again, so I haven't had to water them even. Here's herbs. Okay, so if any of you wondered why in the world I was planting everything in boxes, it's because I wanted to be able to move them. The cardboard will degrade, so I can just take these boxes and I can go dig a hole and just put the box in, and I won't have disturbed any of the roots. None of the roots will have been disturbed. I could put them in a cold frame, but either way, I can move them because it's so stinking hot out here. It must be 95 degrees in here. And I made another vent right there, and it still is not moving the air like I want it to. So I might actually go get a little fan and put it in here. I think I'm going to die. Hopefully they don't die. I guess that's the important part. Don't die, little plants. But I mean, even the peas look just fine. They don't look like they're stressed by the heat. And it is like 20 degrees colder down here at the base. So that's good. That's working. So this is my cold frame. I built this about 3 days ago, and I moved my cold starts from the greenhouse into the cold frame. These are just my swivel sticks. Can you see them? These, they just swivel down. And then I have this here because I don't want my duck to get her little head through and eat everything. I don't want the chickens to come in. And for that, I just used the staple gun again. And the boxes will keep the weeds from coming up. So it's like lasagna gardening in a box. And it should work well. I had one of these. My dad had given me a whole bunch of these and I used most of them for the chicken coop. And I make my hinges out of rubberized canvas, like my old watering boots, like for irrigation. I use those. I cut them up to make hinges for my things because they're flexible hinges. So even if my wood is not true, it is still flexible. So anyway, that just goes down and keeps everything good. And it's been down in the 20s, so it's been cold enough that they should have been harmed if it wasn't going to work, and they've been just fine. I have moved all my cool weather plants here underneath the swing set. My kids don't play in this area. So I dug away all the mulch so that they're in contact with bare soil. I dumped 3 buckets of really, really strong rabbit manure tea on the dirt, put the boxes in, pushed the mulch up back around them. I have a frost cloth on the back ready to be put on at any minute. So you already know that I've tried different ways in the greenhouse this year, just kind of a test plot. So the tomatoes in the straw bales are not happy at all. And I don't know if that's because of frost or because they just don't like the straw bale. And I'm okay with that. The onions in the straw bale are doing just fine. The herbs in boxes inside are doing just fine. I watered them about every 1.5 weeks. And then I wanted to explain to you the difference between the different boxes and their different appearance. And again, this is a test garden. This is not, of course we're trying to get food out of it, but also I'm trying to learn what they like and what they don't like. So these tomatoes look pretty good. They've been out here for a bit. That tomato does not look as good. They are planted in different soil mediums, but hands down, the ones that have done the best have been the ones that I put wool in the bottom of, dirty wool. That one over there with the sad basil, that one I put potting soil in and nothing underneath it. What the wool or the straw or the hay does is it retains water in the bottom and it gives the bacteria carbon to eat, and it just retains the water a whole lot better than just plain potting soil. So these are, you know, I'm kind of thinking that these are cutting celery, but then I think again and I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure those are alpine strawberries. I don't know which they are now. They could be cutting celery, they could be strawberries. I just don't remember. I'm waiting for my fan to switch on. I just want to make sure that it is going to switch on. So we have a thermometer up there and one up there that I can see from the house to see if it's getting too hot in here. So we have daikon radish, comfrey, Austrian winter peas, and so I'm kind of watching those just because the soil is old. And compost would have been a better option, but I didn't have any aged compost. I go through my rabbit manure so quickly that it doesn't get a chance to age. Waiting for that fan to turn on. So I wanted to let you guys know that there's a guy here on YouTube that makes amazing coops and hutches and planters, and we're doing a collaboration in which he's building a vertical planter to show that even if you have poisonous soil like mine, you can still garden. You guys already know we use a lot of hotbeds, but there are other situations where I wish I had something more mobile, because if I wanted to plant a fig or if I wanted to plant a kiwi, I would want to have it up on my warm deck during the summer and then move it into the greenhouse in the winter. It's worth it to make it look beautiful. I'm not very good at that kind of thing, so that's really where Stan's channel shines. So his channel is Stan Sullivan here on YouTube, and his website is simplyeasydiy.com, simplyeasydiy.com, and go check him out. Make sure to like this video, and he will be in the link below and also in a card, and we'll talk to you later.